Are you excited? Because I'm totally excited. Can you see it? I am so excited! Hey guys, it's Amy here, back again with another video. Welcome to the release week of my novel, ASTER'S Coda Exposure. Coming out July 22nd, and holy shit, that is actually days away. I cannot believe it, guys. And yes, this does include a live stream on the day, 12 p.m. New Zealand time. It's gonna be a 1 hour of otherworldly fun and games in honor of my book baby coming out. While I've been showing you little drawings and introducing you to the cast, I thought it would be a good idea to include a video that featured everybody, even some characters that I haven't even drawn yet. Written introductions will also be available on my blog throughout this week of my main 7. So without further ado, here is the cast of ASTER'S Coda Exposure. Let's start off with the Tacker family. First off, I gotta share my main girl, Abby Tacker. She's a soccer player and a history buff in her second to last year of high school, and she's also an incredible emotional wreck. This has definitely been noted with a recent bullying problem and her mother's death just a couple of months ago. Talk about a tragic backstory. Maybe because she doesn't expect her life to be any worse? She goes into her second to last year of Beauclerk High through some very dreary optimism. She has a goal to turn her life around and make things better for herself. Though by turn her life around, she didn't exactly mean discovering that her family is part of an otherworldly blood feud and that coincidentally she has now become the only person able to finish it. Abby struggles to identify who is on her side and her place within this conflict, but more importantly, if she is any comparison to the warriors in her family who did carry on this curse. Next we got her half-brother, Rocco Tacker-Sanders. He may seem careless and a goofball on the outside, but he has a very genuine heart and ingenuity. Though he finished an engineering apprenticeship, he ended up having to take up a babysitting job just so he could spend more time with his family as it falls apart after his stepmom's death. Rocco is willing to have a good time with you and will get out of your way to make sure that you're feeling happy if you are somehow very sad. However, his ability to do so with his little sister Abby gets put to the test as more of her past and his past gets revealed. Next we have their dad, Leyton Tacker. Leyton works in the engineering industry and has done so all his life, and he worked hard to get there. This is also an expectation that he sets upon his 2 children because he knows nothing will come easy to them. But after the death of his wife, he has struggled to work out how to do so while still showing genuine care and support for them. He's lucky that his family finances are still afloat, but more struggles have come after his wife's death. Speaking of, let's talk about this person, Jaime Tacker. Work often had to drive her away from her family for days at a time, but when Jaime did spend time with her family, she'd make sure it was absolutely genuine, caring, and made worthwhile. Among these activities was storytelling, particularly bedtime stories of her Aster lineage. The Asters were battle-hardened and noble warriors of their time, and she educated Abby and Rocco on them very well. But after her mysterious death, what else does it reveal about Jaime Tacker? Now we'll move on to Beauclerk High School's characters. First off is Geoff Latu, the one person in Beauclerk High you do not want to cross. Many rumors about him have circled around the school grounds after each time he's gotten suspended. He's been expelled from at least 2 high schools prior. He broke out at juvie. The only reason that he's still in Beauclerk High is because his family is paying the school. But there's more to them than he lets on. Music helps him cope with his internal struggles and he has a sense of nobility. Though considering how he gets into a fight every 2 months, I'm not sure if I'd call that a noble cause. With him is Nate Hallows. People say that Geoff does his bidding for him, but few people realize that Nate is just as cold. In fact, he's got a temper. He will lash out at anybody who crosses his path and blow up like a firework. If you're not the target of his anger, it's actually kinda funny. But if you are targeted by Nate, you best watch out. Revenge is a dish best served poisoned in his eyes. And to complete the trio of trouble, we have Eli Da Ferric. While Nate is hot-headed, Eli is cold-hearted. He's the quietest out of the 3 of his friends, and the only one who has any common sense in his eyes. When he does speak, his words will cut you. He knows how to target your biggest insecurities and spread them around to the crowds of Beauclerk like a virus. The number of kids he's made cry just from a year at Beauclerk is horrifyingly astonishing. With all the salt and the hate out of the way, let's move on to an absolute sweetheart. Fauna Khan. She's a studious only child and one of the best friends of Abby Tacker. She's also incredibly selfless and empathetic. The well-being of her friends outshines many priorities her parents expect her to have. Also, she plays the violin. What a Renaissance girl. We have also got Hilary Hamilton. She is Abby's oldest friend, having known each other since they were about 10 years old. She plays soccer with Abby and has gone to the same school as her for forever. Hilary is incredibly straightforward and quick to act, but also quick to assume. With the many rumors that circle around Beauclerk High, she will believe more than Abby or Fauna would like her to. Next up, we have Charlaine Lee. She is new to Beauclerk High and has faced the hardships of it very early on, similar to some hardships that Abby has faced. Abby immediately empathized with her. Poor Charlaine just ends up being at the wrong place at just the right time for everything to spiral down. Vaughn Lierre is next, one of Beauclerk High School counselors. He is probably the most chill person in the book with the most wisdom to offer. He's helped out Abby with her mental health issues over the past couple of years since her bullying problem started. Abby has found his company very endearing, almost like another brother. Now we move on to some key otherworldly players in this narrative. Let's start with Kyrie Werman. Kyrie is an immigrant from Phaetos and a total badass. She's got incredible fighting prowess that lends her rather high in a secret otherworldly protection program. Most of her friendships have come out of work within this facility, but she knows that she'll be able to trust her friends in there. The greater she trusts someone, the more likely she will open up to them. When Abby gets involved in her otherworldly peril, Kyrie is one of the first people to come and help her out. Up next is Kyrie's little sister, Jada Werdeau. She spent most of her life trying to live a normal life on Earth, especially compared to the hardships that she faced growing up. And she's managed to fit into Earth lifestyles very well. She is the total cinnamon roll of the series, very bubbly and chipper to just about everybody that she meets. I'd say most people because she is scarily good at reading people and will let people know very early if she doesn't like them. Moving on to Scabbard. Scabbard is another otherworldly ally in the series and another personal favorite of mine. Scabbard is your total bro. Outgoing, optimistic, and has some of the best lines in the entire series. You would never consider that if you saw his casting. Optimist guy plus the most dark, deadly, life-sapping casting type out there? Very polarizing. Next up is Red, another confidant in the three worlds. She is another key ally in the ASTER'S Konnun blood feud, having been involved with it for at least 30 years. And somehow she remains ever serene when she's off the battlefield. God, I just love writing polar characters. And last, but in no ways least, Lordyk Konnun. So that otherworldly blood feud? This is the other family involved with it. This is the man who is hunting Abby down. Lordyk is a telekinetic, meaning he can take the magical force of mist found in Phaetos and manipulate it to his advantage. He's able to read minds, use telekinesis, and create the most deceitful illusions you have ever seen. This man is so cunning that nobody knows what he looks like, aside from his allies. All that they know about Lordyk is that he leads the Maris Imperium, an organization based in Phaetos dedicated to the study of mystic sorcery. He is out to end the blood feud between the Konnuns and the ASTER'S at all costs. If he runs into Abby, he's not gonna show any mercy. And that's everybody! If you're ready to see the antics and the trauma that these characters are going to face, be sure to pick up a copy of ASTER'S Coda Exposure. You have 2 days left to pre-order it before it comes out July 22nd, this Thursday. As the great Matthew Mercer once said, is it Thursday yet? And if you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you are new around here. Ring that bell so you can find out when I post more creative content. And you can also check me down below, not only for pre-order links, but for my Instagram, my Twitter, and my website. And be sure to come to the live stream on Thursday as well, 1 hour dedicated to the release of this. Stay creative, everybody, and I'll see you in the next video.